Wendy Emerson coming to you from the pits at Canandaigua Motorsports Park, and I'm with Tim Currier, who drives a 10C Big Block Modified. How are you, Tim?
Good, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Listen, we haven't had a chance to talk with you yet, so we like to ask drivers when we interview them for the first time how you got your start in racing. So let's start with that.
Well, years ago I ran core images at the Syracuse Core Image Club, and just over the years you can only race core images until you turn 16. My dad had sponsored Chuck Bauer, who races over at Fulton Speedway now, for several years, and decided that would give me the opportunity to take the driver's seat and see what we can do.
And you're having a good time with it?
Yes, I'm having a blast.
And how many years have you been in the Big Block?
Been in the Big Blocks, I believe this is going to be my 5th year. I did Sportsman for about 5 years as well.
So you've been doing this for quite a while. So first series race, June 5th at Rolling Wheels. Tell us how that went for you.
Rolling Wheels was a bit of a challenge. We struggled with the car a little bit off the start, but then the car came in real nice. We had a very good heat race. It qualified without having run any consi, which was goal number 1 for us. And then goal number 2 was to try to get a top 10 finish, but I had a little unexpected challenges. We went 60 laps with no caution, so there was no time to bunch field back up and kind of analyze the car under caution, see if I need to change my race line or anything like that.
And you know, that's interesting because here we typically run the modifieds 35 laps instead of 60, so how do you set up differently for that?
Well, you got to make sure that you don't burn the tires off right away off the start. You know, the other thing you think about is you might adjust brake bias, you might change your racing line. When you're racing, it's kind of hard to think and think very good. You know, you're making quick decisions because you're out there going 100 miles an hour. When you're under caution, you could take a minute or two to think about, okay, I seem to be pretty good up at the top. Maybe I need to try at the bottom. Maybe I'm going a little too fast in the corners, stuff like that.
Now, I think next week or the 18th, you run the next series races at New Egypt. Are you going to run that race, and what do you got to do to prepare for that one?
We are going to run that race, and we've been talking with some other crews and drivers. I've never been to New Egypt myself. I've never even seen the place, so this is going to be a brand new experience for me. Just going to have to go there and just go with the flow, so to speak.
Well, hopefully you learn some great stuff. So running each week here in the Modified, what goals have you set for your track season here?
We'd like to try to get a win. Last year we had a race we were dominating, and I got a little too loose coming off at 2, hit the wall, broke the rear end while I was leading. So we have a competitive car. I've got a great crew that works on the car. They do great with the setups. We just got to get ourselves back up there.
I'm going to guess with all the rain and the time we've had off and now with the sun, the track should be pretty awesome tonight, the surface.
I'm hoping it will be. When we got here, the track looked pretty well packed in, so I think it's actually going to dry up a bit. But racing surface has been great all year. It's been smooth, it's been fast, it's been multi-lane, so Jeremy's been doing a great job with the track.
He does do a great job. And listen, who do you want to thank that supports you week in and week out?
I got to thank my family. My girlfriend's home taking care of my daughter when I race. I got to thank my dad, my mom, my entire family for the wonderful opportunity to race. And then, of course, all my sponsors that give me the time off from work and give us the funds to be able to travel on the series and come here every week. And, you know, without all those people, the racing operation wouldn't be possible. And then I got to give a special thanks to all my crew guys. You know, without them coming to donate their time every week at the shop and traveling with us at all these races, just getting the work on the cars done is almost near impossible without these guys.
It definitely is a team sport. I don't think a lot of people realize that. They see the driver on the track and they don't see what goes on behind the scenes, so it's nice for you to say that. Listen, we know we're going to see you in victory lane soon. We wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Wendy Emerson with Tim Currier from Canandaigua Motorsports Park.